Good evening to all of you. In the last lecture of economics, we have completed or we have started instruments of monetary supply. Instrument of monetary supply. Monetary supply. In which points are bank rate, second one is repo rate and reverse repo rate. Third one is stabilization under emergency situation. And fourth one is cash reserve ratio. Fifth one is statutory liquidity ratio. And sixth one is OMO, open market operation. Open market operation. These are the six quantitative instruments of monetary supplies are divided into two parts, quantitative and qualitative. These quantitative instruments. Quantitative instruments means these are the different steps in which RBI is taking steps in figures, means in all these steps number, figure, percentage or ratio will come. That's why such type of steps are called quantitative instruments of monetary supply. So bank rate we have completed, I think. Bank rate once again, the rate at which commercial bank borrows money from RBI, from Reserve Bank of India. The percentage rate means the percentage of interest at which commercial bank borrows money from RBI for a long term period. That rate, that percentage of interest is called bank rate. Bank rate we have already completed, and bank rate is increased or decreased by RBI time to time in order to control inflation and deflation situation. Almost all steps are taken by RBI in order to control inflation or deflation situation. Sometimes it is necessary to increase money supply, sometimes need to decrease money supply. So it depends on situation. According to situation, RBI is increasing or decreasing the bank rate. For example, the first point is bank rate. Once again, the rate at which commercial bank borrows money from RBI. That rate is called bank rate. Here commercial bank borrows money for a long term period. The rate at which commercial bank borrows money, that rate is called bank rate. Now how bank rate controls inflation or deflation situation? Now first of all, try to understand what is inflation. During inflation situation, we have already done in chapter number 3 that during inflation situation what happens? Consumers are or individuals are purchasing more and more goods and services, means their purchasing power is more. Purchasing power is more. That's why they are purchasing more and more goods and services, means their demand is more. Their demand becomes more than the supply. When demand is increasing continuously, what happens? A point comes where demand is more than supply. Now suppose producer can supply only up to a limited capacity with the help of full employment level. Suppose all employees are employed, all individuals are engaged in some work, and then producer can supply only up to this limit, but demand is increasing continuously. So here demand becomes more than supply. That's why at this situation producer will try to increase the price. Here demand is more, supply is less. So here price increases. When price increases continuously, the situation is called inflation situation. Here inflation situation is money supply is more. In this case money supply is more. That's why consumers are purchasing more and more goods. So government wants to control the money supply or wants to reduce the money supply. How? In that situation bank rate will increase. Once bank rate will increase, then commercial bank borrows less money. They will borrow less money, and when they will borrow less money, they are able to provide less credit to individuals. They will provide less credit, मतलब उधार जो है वो कम देंगे individuals को. As a result, what happens? Money supply will reduce. And once money supply will reduce, then what happens? The purchasing power of individual also decreases. Once their purchasing power will reduce, as a result, demand for various goods and services also reduces. In this way, government or RBI, here we are talking about RBI, Reserve Bank of India, try to control the situation of inflation by increasing the bank rate. So once bank rate is increased, it means RBI try to reduce the money supply in the market and try to control the situation of inflation. On the contrary, opposite of that, whenever there is deflation situation means when purchasing power is very less, individuals are purchasing goods and services in less quantity, means the demand is less. In that situation, if RBI wants to increase the money supply, how they are able to increase the money supply? By reducing the bank rate. If they will reduce the bank rate, commercial bank will borrow more amount. If they are able to borrow more amount, they are able to provide more money or credit in the market. They will increase the money supply in the market. Once money supply increases in the market, the individual's income also increases and they are able to purchase more goods and services. In this way, deflation situation can be controlled. So according to textbook, when commercial bank have shortage of funds, they borrow from the RBI. The rate at which RBI lends to the commercial bank for a long term is called bank rate. Means the rate at which commercial bank borrows money from RBI for a long term is also called bank rate. If the bank rate is increased, commercial bank will borrow less. जब ब्याज दर बढ़ जाएगी, कमर्शियल बैंक जो है पैसा कम उधार लेंगे. ये पैसा कम उधार लेंगे तो मार्केट में इंडिविजुअल्स को भी पैसा कम उधार मिलेगा. As a result, money supply will reduce. Means in order to reduce the money supply, bank rate will increase by the RBI in order to decrease, in order to increase the money supply in the market, bank rate will reduce. So when bank rate is reduced, it means they are controlling deflation situation. If bank rate will increase, it means they are controlling the inflation situation. So when bank RBI is adopting the policy of keeping bank rate low, that is called cheap money policy. And when they are keeping bank rate high, then it is called dear money policy. Means total there are two types of policies under bank rate: dear money policy, cheap money policy. When RBI is lending money at high bank rate, means rate of interest is high, then it is called dear money policy. And when they are keeping low bank rate, then it is called cheap money policy. First one is completed. Bank rate. फोटो भी रिकॉर्डिंग भी सब कुछ करना पड़ता है. Okay. Now next one is repo rate and reverse repo rate. Repo rate we have already done, but again repo rate. In case of repo rate, again almost same explanation. This is commercial bank, and here we are taking RBI, Reserve Bank of India. Now the explanation of repo rate, whatever I am explaining in case of repo rate, reverse of that becomes reverse repo rate. Opposite of that becomes reverse repo rate. Now try to understand repo rate. Whenever, in any way you can explain, whenever RBI is lending money to commercial bank, here also commercial bank is borrowing money from RBI. In bank rate also commercial bank is borrowing money. In case of repo rate, again commercial bank is borrowing money. Then what is the difference between bank rate and repo rate? Try to understand. Here commercial bank borrows money, but in order to borrow money, they need to keep their securities. Security means shares, debentures of government with RBI. Means that is called securities. So they need to keep securities with RBI. Against that, they are borrowing money from RBI with the condition, with the promise to repurchase whatever. Suppose commercial bank has kept securities with RBI, securities, and after keeping securities here, they are borrowing money from RBI with a promise to repurchase the same security. To repurchase the same security means, it means they are promising to return the money. When they will return the money, RBI will return these securities to commercial bank. That's why whenever commercial bank borrows money from RBI with a repurchase, by keeping securities with RBI with the promise to repurchase the securities after some time, after short time period. Here commercial bank borrows money for short time period, 1 day, 7 days, 14 days, like this. So whenever commercial bank borrows money from RBI by keeping some securities there with the condition, with the promise to repurchase the securities, that process is called repo rate. Now here what is the rate? Suppose commercial bank has kept the security here and the value of security is 100 rupees. Now they had promised RBI to repurchase the security. मतलब वो अपने securities वापस ले लेंगे. वापस कब लेंगे? When they will repay the amount. जब वो जो पैसे उन्होंने उधार लिए वो उसको वापस करेंगे. When they will return the amount to RBI will give the security at discount. Means ये security कितने की है? 100 की है. इनको जब देंगे वो कितने की देंगे उसको? Suppose 80 rupees. They have kept the security with RBI and the value of security is 100. But when RBI will return the कमर्शियल बैंक, दे विल वो किस वैल्यू में बेचेंगे उसको, लेस देन द फेस वैल्यू, लेस देन द ओरिजिनल वैल्यू, मींस दे विल return the security at discount, suppose 80 rupees, that 20 rupees is the repo rate, that discounted value is the repo rate. जब हमने यहाँ पे सिक्योरिटी रखी थी तो उसकी वैल्यू 100 रुपए की थी, लेकिन जब हम वापस लेंगे उसे तो RBI will give us our security, give us means give to commercial bank at discounted value, at less value, suppose वो 80 रुपए के हिसाब से दे रहे हैं, then that 20 rupees is the benefit, is the income of the RBI. That difference of the security is called repo rate. And reverse repo rate is the opposite. यहाँ पे commercial bank उधार ले रहे हैं, उस केस में RBI will take the loan amount, they are borrowing money from commercial bank, opposite उल्टा हो जाएगा. But process is same. Here RBI, in case of reverse repo rate, RBI borrows money. In case of shortage of funds, RBI borrows money from commercial bank. Again same process, by keeping some securities with commercial bank and with the condition to repurchase the security. Again when RBI return the amount to commercial bank will return the security but at discounted value. The discounted value is called reverse repo rate. Now according to textbook, when commercial bank needs money for very short period, for example 1 day, 7 days, 15 days, etc., it means repo rate and reverse repo rate are related with short term loan. They sell some securities which are held by them to RBI. They, commercial bank will sell their securities to RBI with a repurchase agreement. With a repurchase agreement means they are undertaking, means they are promising to RBI that they will purchase their securities after some time, after 1 day, after 7 days, after 14 days, 15 days. So they are promising to repurchase the same security at a particular rate. This rate is called repo rate. Now again, what is the repo rate? What is the rate? Once again, bank sells government securities to RBI in order to raise money for a short time period with the condition to repurchase them at some discount. मतलब जब हमने इनको सिक्योरिटीज दी थी उसकी वैल्यू 100 रुपए थी और हम साथ में इनको प्रॉमिस कर रहे हैं कि हम ये सिक्योरिटी जो आपको बेच रहे हैं उसको वापस खरीद लेंगे बट एट डिस्काउंटेड वैल्यू. दैट डिस्काउंटेड वैल्यू इज कॉल्ड रेपो रेट. एंड अपोजिट ऑफ दैट, अब इसके पहले हाउ रेपो रेट और रिवर्स रेपो रेट affects the inflation period, inflation or deflation period. यहाँ पे वही same process है. If RBI wants to control the inflation situation, inflation means once again when price is rising continuously, demand for goods and services is more. Why demand for goods and services is more? Because money supply is more in the market. If money supply is more in the market, purchasing power is more, demand for goods and services is also increases. That's why RBI here try to control the situation of inflation. How? By reducing the money supply. And in case of repo rate, how they can reduce the money supply by increasing the repo rate. Instead of 80, they will return the securities at rupees 70. इनके पास पैसे कम आएंगे. They are able to create less money supply in the market. And reverse of that, repo rate is called reverse repo rate. On page number 43 it is given. Reverse repo rate means the agreed upon rate at which RBI repurchase. Here RBI is repurchasing its securities from the commercial bank in the event when RBI has to borrow short-term funds from the commercial bank. उस पहले वाले केस में commercial bank is borrowing money. In case of reverse repo rate, RBI is borrowing money. By condition same is कि उनको सिक्योरिटीज रखनी है with the repurchase condition and discount. मतलब they are ready to purchase their securities at discounted value. That discounted value is called reverse repo rate. Now third one is stabilization under emergency situation. इसमें नहीं है. Third point is stabilization under emergency situation. Emergency situation. Now what is stabilization under emergency situation? Suppose commercial bank has already taken or already borrowed money from RBI. Now after that, again, if commercial bank needs money, in that case RBI, Reserve Bank of India, facilitate commercial bank to take additional money in the form of loan. They are providing, in case of emergency, there is acute shortage of money with commercial bank. अगर पैसे पहले से ही उन्होंने उधार ले रखे, उसके बाद भी अगर कमर्शियल बैंक को बहुत ज़्यादा जरूरत पड़े पैसे की, then RBI has provided facility to provide additional loan to commercial bank. But here the percentage, the rate of interest is more. यहाँ पे rate of interest जो होगा वो ज़्यादा हो जाएगा than the previous borrowed money. अगर पहले जो borrowed money है वो अगर 5% पे लिया हुआ है, तो in case of additional borrowed money, the rate of interest becomes more than 5%, 5.5, 5.6, 5.76%. But the additional money which is given by the RBI to commercial bank during the shortage of money, acute shortage of money, then the rate at which they are lending money to commercial bank, that rate is called, that facility is called stabilization under emergency situation. And here rate of interest is more than the previous borrowed money. According to textbook, there is a special window. Special window means special facility for commercial bank to borrow from RBI against approved government security. Means against approved government security means when commercial bank wants to borrow additional money from RBI, they need to keep some securities with RBI. Against that, they will get loan amount. So RBI against approved government securities in an emergency situation like an acute cash shortage. This rate is higher than repo rate. Earlier, already commercial bank has taken loan through repo rate. Now, when additional amount is borrowed by commercial bank from RBI, in that case rate of interest become higher than the repo rate. In 2016, this rate was 7%. This is called a marginal standing facility. So whenever this is the data of 2016, that time when commercial bank has borrowed additional money beside repo rate, then they need to charge 7% interest. This is called marginal standing facility. Fourth one is yes. There is a photo. Additional borrowed amount. Now fourth one is cash reserve ratio. Cash reserve ratio. Now what is cash reserve ratio? Again, this is commercial bank. Whatever amount is deposited by the investors, by the individuals in commercial bank, out of total deposit, a certain minimum percentage which is decided by RBI has to be kept with RBI. That minimum percentage is called cash reserve ratio. For example, if the total deposit in commercial bank is 100 rupees and the CRR means cash reserve ratio is 5%, it means 5% of 100 rupees is 5. means they need to give 5 rupees with RBI. It means now commercial bank has only 95 rupees in order to create credit, in order to provide credit to individuals. अगर 100 रुपए इनके पास है और 5% कैश रिजर्व रेशियो है, इसका मतलब 5 रुपए उनको आरबीआई के पास रखने पड़ेंगे. इट मींस उनके पास सिर्फ 95 रुपीस अवेलेबल है टू प्रोवाइड लोन टू द इंडिविजुअल्स. वो लोन देना चाहते हैं तो कितना दे सकते हैं? मैक्सिमम 95 रुपीस. नाउ सपोज इफ कैश रिजर्व रेशियो increases from 5% to 6%, it means now commercial bank has to keep 6 rupees here, 6 rupees. It means now only 94 rupees is available with commercial bank. तो अगर परसेंटेज कैश रिजर्व रेशियो की बढ़ जाती है तो कमर्शियल बैंक के पास जो अवेलेबिलिटी है मनी की वो कम हो जाती है. मींस earlier they are able to provide 95 rupees of loan to the individuals, now they are only provide 94 rupees to the individuals in the form of loan. तो जब भी कैश रिजर्व रेशियो बढ़ जाए कमर्शियल बैंक will provide less amount to the individuals. It means money supply reduces. Whenever CRR increases, money supply reduces. And if money supply reduces, so which situation can be controlled? Inflation situation. So in order to control inflation situation, RBI has to reduce the money supply. And how they can reduce the money supply? By increasing the cash reserve ratio. If they will increase cash reserve ratio, as a result, commercial bank has to keep more amount with RBI, and then ultimately they have less amount to provide credit to the individuals in the market. As a result, money supply will reduce, and reduction in money supply also reduce the purchasing power of individuals. And when purchasing power reduces, demand for various goods and services also reduces, and this steps control the inflation situation. And on the contrary, if CRR will reduce from 5% to suppose 3%, now out of 100 rupees, commercial bank has to keep only 3 rupees here. It means now commercial bank has 97 rupees. Means 97 rupees available with the commercial bank, means they can provide 97 rupees in the form of loan to the individuals. It increases the money supply, purchasing power increases, demand for goods and services also increases. As a result, deflation situation can be controlled. So whenever RBI wants to decrease money supply, they will increase the CRR. And when they want to increase the money supply, they will reduce the CRR. And when they want to reduce the money supply, it means they try to control the situation of inflation. And when they are trying to increase the money supply by reducing CRR, it means they are trying to control deflation situation. Now according to textbook, under the RBI Act 1934, all commercial banks have to keep certain minimum cash reserve with RBI. Initially, CRR was decided to be 5% of demand deposit and 2% of time deposit. Means maximum 5% of demand deposit and 2% of term deposit. You all know that different types of accounts are there in bank, in commercial bank. Individuals can open different types of account. Different types of accounts are saving account, then current account, recurring deposit account, and last one is fixed deposit account. First two, saving account and current account, is called demand deposit, and last two, recurrent deposit and fixed deposit, are called term deposit. Because in last two we are saving a amount, we are depositing the amount in commercial bank for a certain time period. During that time period, we cannot withdraw the money. Means whenever we need, we cannot withdraw money through these two accounts, recurring deposit and fixed deposit. Because here we are depositing amount for a certain time period. That's why it is called term deposit. So far as saving account and current account is concerned, whenever we need money, we can withdraw our money from saving account or current account through withdrawal slip or check or ATM card. That's why it is called demand deposit. So time to time CRR can be changed. Means earlier data is given that CRR was decided to be 5% of demand deposit and 2% of term deposit. But this percentage can be changed time to time according to situation, according to inflation or deflation. It was variable. Variable means it can be changed as per the requirement felt by RBI. So whatever situation, according to that situation, RBI can change this percentage. CRR is variable, but it can be changed only between 3 to 15%. 3% to 15% of the total deposit of individual bank. Of the total deposit means including demand plus term. On total deposit, they can change CRR up between 3% to 15%. Sometimes they can give 3%, 3.2%, 3.3%, 4%, 7%, 11%, but up to only 15% they can change the CRR according to situation, according to requirement. Situation means again say inflation or deflation. According to that situation, they can change CRR. Now, statutory liquidity ratio. है टाइम देखो टाइम है हो गया टाइम।